yemra nema na fi so yemfa mobra sene esene fata na aboaye ama ye kontu eyitin so no awie peye bra ye be hye adwumadi na ase ye be sese nyina be ya adwenkro akoma akro na edi ye wa hye twedi ampo Yankopɔn ensa ye do ase wa oboso ne asase oso e wotena be na asase onanso ntiaso ebradru so be kasa cheoma yam tumfo yes opa chelse buaye na maya hoaden yamfa ntie wunsem emfa mobra se ne ese na fata o Jesus Christ dimti amen yeda obi biara ase ahwefo a ehwe live Facebook live YouTube live yemo obi biara akwaba ediba yedwumadi no eso epra ugusu a wuti yedwumadi nso na wo share o like na o comment share ma afoforo nya bi nso enti share na afoforo enye nyame asem no bi enti na asiesie minumienu ama yesoro akwantu a eyetuo no nso no to banso a minumienu nso yenya enkwa ama yenkra Onyankopɔn omenti ase ewo ni nsemu ebra ewiase ekwa wieye na nipa ewo ntwetwede na ihu de yeye ho no Onyankopɔn ma minumienu enti ase ewo ni nsemu enedue yensemu eba ba dwendwe ho no yato din se peace and security a series na atifia some kese da so another ark to build na chese aka no weapon so no yebesa ayebiem another ark to build yebesa ayebiem na nadie the man say overwhelming surprise peace and security overwhelming surprise peace and security na chese nyoma eso a ebehu enyam nipa ema nipa adwema ne ho so ewo Yesu ne maye no nti yatifi asem no yebefa afri eye yakinka asem no yebefa afri 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 1 first also nyabre na so buebi 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 1 yenti Awurade asem 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse number 1 ose 1 Thessalonians 5 1 Yesu Kristo say ema yehu ne say for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travel upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. You are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Osina yenim pefe se Onyankopɔn ma ye no beba se owifo. Obemba breko obie ni mu hwe. The overwhelming surprise. Yesu Kristo bemba breko a obie ni na ne ho so. Ebre ye beka se ye wasumdue ye wo bambo no. Enu na trade ampo Onyankopɔn obepie. Enti adman se ebre ni na ye ho so no. Ena Yesu Kristo beba. Enti ebre ye twen Kristo kwa no ye nyesu ema. Na emom no ye hama. Enti otumi no mienu fu se yensusu na te sese ne wona wonwen se Kristo beba biem no esida no o se yensusu ena. Enti ye hwe peace and security overwhelming surprise ye hwe peace and security o se tembi so ha ye kenkan sem no o kan se bi o se for when they shall say peace and safety, it was say notice there was sudden as a thief in the night. O se na mpofremu pese sa word no hye so empofremu. The day of the Lord is coming as a great surprise. Great surprise to the people of this world. Yesu Kristo maye no eba anwanwakwan so Neba wo bra obi biara ena ne ho so. Onyame ba. Ye gusu a yesua ye na dusua no. Nyame ebema ye yemu entiase. Also notice the comment on this. I said, there are in the world today many who close their eyes to the evidence that Christ has given to warn men of his coming. They seek to quiet all. Nyame adani tumiedi, wadani nyoma bebredi akyerem no mienu. Se enche no ba, wabuebue ba yemu bi wo ho a, yakan ya no atum. Yebu yadwi aguso, yebu ye ni agunwoma bi so. Aye ye ho se yente hwe no. But they seek to quiet all apprehension, while at the same time the signs of the end are rapidly fulfilling. And the world is hastening to the time when the Son of Man shall be revealed in the clouds of heaven. Yebu ye ni agunwoma bebre so, yenim se Kristo ma bi. The overwhelming surprise. Yesu maya no beba brekwa ye nani na ehun so. Overwhelming surprise. Yeni na ehun so, Paul teaches that it is sinful to be indifferent to the signs which are to precede the second coming of Christ. Those guilty of this neglect, they cause children of the night and the darkness. Ebeye niwo amamnu mienu se bebu ye ni aguso na ye mfumso nso. Semnu mienu bebu ye na ni aguso. O Yesu maye no ho. Enti na Paul tu minu mienu fo se. Yenye suma, ye haima. Wana ye haima no. Onyankopon kasa wote. Wana ye haima no. Onyankopon di ahye onbo no hu bra wadrumu. Na se won bo bra bi a, obo ne tese ahoho ene amanfrafo. Yesu ba bio. Ose ne maye no obeba. Ewo brekwa ye ni na ye ho so. Ye kenka akwahwefo enwuma ya to din say Testimony for the Church volume 8 page 37. Was soon an awful surprise is coming upon the inhabitant of the world, and again osi enche enioma ewo se esisie no enioma awanwade enioma ewo se eba no ebeba ye na asasi wetu obi biara tisu bia awanwade kesi ebesi volume 8 page 20. Osi we know the truth should be preparing for what is soon as an overwhelming surprise. Yenim no kura no se ewo se yesiesie ho na enche na Kristo eba bi. Overwhelming surprise. Now Paul says that the brethren are not in darkness. God's children walk in the light, so that which surprises the world is not to be a surprise to us. Inti esan say nam eham nti no ni ewo se ebo wiase pusa na ema surprise wiase no esan say ye wo ham nti no Kristo say enwo se san no ma no efun ye mu because ye nim ne ekoso ye ni bra ye adrumu nyame ba Yesu maye no beba ne say owifo oba anajo. We are to know what's coming and get ready for it. But unless we get ready for it, we will be taken in snare. Yenim niaba na wase bobwa ye ho. Na ye bobwa ye ho no. Ya hwe ya. Ebe fa ye nti se rapture. Ebe fa ye nti se obi a oya ade na nani ma ne ho so. Na ade no so cause the reason for knowing what ahead is so we can get ready. I was say ya hu siesie. Very interesting. These scriptures we have just read as to timing of the overwhelming surprise. Another activate. Etini akọ so no abre no. Yesu sisani insuyire na chi no. Insuyire mima ye bo hu dawro. Na nipa antie. Ekosi se insuyire ni bae. Sana mo penso ebeye. The overwhelming surprise. Me babio si ebeba ti se uwifu oba anajo. Ebra wani ena Then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Several of the modern translation put it, peace and security. Into we share Cheresima or can a bra becase or one sumdie or one bambon and perfume like Christus or beba. Into other versions, say no, a kind of peace and security. Peace and security. A brand new becase, you was sumdie. And then the Christus. So in the public press, these are the two great words. And in some making and some assume mu pa and they be dream hono any peace and security. It's working can Philip's Bible now or translating it say you are aware that the day of the Lord will come as unexpectedly as a burglary to the householder. When men are saying peace and security, catastrophe will sweep down upon them. And the New English Bible, while they are talking of peace and security all at once, calamity is upon them. Isn't that what they are talking about right now? And no man can answer me. And yet someone says here, areas, peace and security. Or maybe I should share some day. And all better say, Pope, I to find different countries or should share some day say. Peace and security. Me person follow dusuani o se bra nipa be ka se wa sundue ye wo nkambom ye wa ahobabon e no say beba. Peace and security. Let me call your attention to the two great world powers. Ye hwe wiase a tumi awodo mienu bi e di wiase so. Ye hwe Pope and America. Yeshe Rome, America, 2 million in the wiase so. Na no krasa ma ekoso ne se, sa 2 million air fight se, ye wiase mu, ye binya sumdue o ye wiase mu. So ye binya sumdue. Na se nya sumdue na Bible ka no, se ebre be ka se ye wa sumdue mu ye wa hombambo no. Ena o se ebeba. One is the Pope of Rome and the other is United States of America. When we turn to the book of Revelation, we find that the entire 13th chapter is devoted to presenting these two great powers. You hear Revelation 13 a yi nyoma bebredi efa America ene Rome tumia odi ene Bible a wahwehwe no ye wiase. The first part deals with the beast, and you and I know that leopard beast represent the papacy. In verse 3, we read of the one of these had been wounded to death. Yekai say, Pope, Ebra yebeti Pope, ye didn't call France ekokum no. Wasi no obese asa ni wupra ni bio. Ni wupra no obese amba bio, and the deadly wound be healed. And then what? All the world wondered after the beast. Eti wasi aboa no ho be wiasefo nyina wanwa. All the world wondered after the beast. Doubtless, we all thought of that. The Pope made that historic trip to the United Nations where he appeared as the ambassador of peace. Ebra Pope echo UN okwaka say, "Mi ensia na mu a mehwehwe asomdue." Pope ehwehwe asomdue. Aman bi ehwehwe asomdue. Entokwa ekoso ewiase mu obi ehwehwe asomdue. Peace and security. Obi ehwehwe asomdue. Overwhelming surprise ebra Yesu Kristo say, "Yebeka say, ye wa anidie mu." Ebra yebeka say, "Ye wo bambo no." Sabre no say ye ne beba. Peace and security. Another act to build. Yesu say, "Na sene ekoso Noah na no, Sarah na bekoso e na no." Odidi onu ye. Noah ba sempa no dero 120 years. Nse sayama. Nipa waji enye 8 pena waji wo. Uyankopon ma yenti ase e oni nsem. The latter part of the 13th chapter of Revelation is devoted to the two-horned beast. And what does that represent? The United States of America. He is the picture in the chapter as joining hands with the papacy. Enti America bomu. Mume shisha sumdue. Yema the whole world. Yen shisha sumdue. And what happening right before our eyes? But as the papacy, what at this point, as the papacy is taking the lead in the word quest for peace, the United States is a special sense talking about the word security. It is a great quest of human beings. And also America, yeshishase, ahombanbo, security, yeshishasumye peace, yeshishasumye oriasim. Jesus Christ is coming again. Now, otuminumienu say, yama yenimre honso. Paul, Edmaminumienu, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1 to 6, I say, na yenye esu yenfri sumu. Yenye esuma na enyoma we esise no afaye se enomu. Yenye esuma. You are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Yenfri sumu. Ye haima. It is a haima. Enyoma esisi ye wiasimu. E wose yehu baby ye wiasi edusesia. The overwhelming surprise. And Newman echoes to Ariasim. Say to you, and America for Epe Asumye. Notice how these two fit together and supplement each other. Supplement each other. Security. What are people think of? What are people thinking of? They are thinking about this present world. They are thinking about material possession. They are thinking about how they are to be taken care of in sickness and old age. Nyewayeni na adenti na we sanu mawi. Enan se opese ewiase mo japade ekoso. Nipa ho towo, nipa nya anije owiase. They are thinking about everything that will contribute to enjoying this present life. And nyoma edi anije bebe ewiase mu ena nipa hwehwe. And nyoma edi anije bebe peace and security. And we have now a program that's supposed to bring the people of the United States, the Great Society. And she said the great security, Oko America. Instead of peace and security, no, the Great Society. Another name for security. The Great Society. Say the Nipa Adrian Air Marshal. But the United States is saying that this must be made available not merely for this nation, but for all people of the world. It's a great, ambitious program. What's in normal way now? Yes, American Kwan. Or say, of course, we say Fanina. Yes, Fanina, I say. Sanyo may Ecoso. And I say, Sanyo may Ecoso. Enya American kwa enti osusu se wiase fa na nyina o se nyina yenya asumdue. The 13th chapter of Revelation shows the papacy and the United States of America joining hands in a great program that is to embrace the world. All that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. That is the papacy. Rome, any American Cambomu, Pope, any American Cambomu, Eshisha Sumdie. Yansha, the Great Society. The Great Society, America see the Great Society. Argentina, the Great Society, na Edian, one more time say. The Great Society rests on abundance and liberty. For all it demands an end to poverty and racial injustice, to which we are totally committed in our time. Yet the Great Society basen nipa ebefra ho hiamu. Every ohiamu. Na nipa ho atọ. The Great Society is the place where every child can finally to enrich his mind and to enlarge his talent. Yet the Great Society eba senya beya emofra ebenya bre aye nyomu pe bia Kayo, say 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 1 to 6. I say bre beka se wasumdue mu. Ni pre se asumdue be ban asase we so. But don't forget say Yesu Kristo say ebre no kwawi a enoma bebri ebesisi. It is a place where leisure is a welcome chance to bathe and reflect, not a fear cause of boredom and restlessness. It is a place where the city of mind serves not only the needs of the body and the demands of commerce, but the desire for beauty and the hunger for community. Eyebra, yedi be hwe nipa, ama nipa eho aton. Ema refi, enche. The reason that people are interested in these two great powers today is that they are hunting for peace and security. Nienti ama nipa bebre esuro America, nipa bebre esuro Rome, and they say, so no, o president osuro America, osuro Pope, esan se asumdie benya. Yesu Kristo se ma refi, se me maye no, be overwhelmed surprise. This is leading to combination in every phase of life. Look at the common market in Europe. What is the basis of it? They want peace. They want peace and security. Yehwe adwadie ho nsɛm a ɛkɔso ewiase mu ɛdeɛ na ɔhwehwɛ. Ukɔ Germany adwadie ho nsɛm yɛn nyina hwehwɛ asomdwie. Si yɛn adwadie mu nsɛm ɛbɛkɔ so. Yesu si na ebere nipa bɛpere sɛ ɛpere asomdwie. So man mu ayɛ den, yɛpere asomdwie no. Sabre na mebe esan se nipa beka se ho toye yenya bibidi ye rest ye ti ahome ye ne epe bia. Jesus said don't forget se sabre no na Kristo memeba. What is the reason for these labor unions, these trade associations? What is the basis of the ecumenical movement? Why are the churches trying to get together? Peace and security. Ye wiase mu ya ti ania. And so for how they person cancer for ina bom. Churches a person can boom because of peace and security. Don't forget, Emo Renfi say yes say bre beka say wasumdie. Ye wo ahombambon. Sa bre no na Kristo say obepie. Osi na ye na wrade ba no beba so wifo ba na ajo. Ebra obia na ani na ne ho so. And Kristo beba. Kristo baby. And they would think that they have solved their problems by having these associations. With the purpose in the United States leading out, the whole world will think for a very short time that they are either have this or almost have it. Nipa baby said, say America ni Rome air cambo Pope any America for this and so there. Asumdie beba. Because the Pope ejina ka say me ye anamunsinia me dia asumdie ba me hwehwe asumdie. Now notice God's answer to all this in 8th chapter of Isaiah. This is wonderful. The eye of prophet looking down the ages saw our time. Isaiah chapter verse 9. Yenkeka Isaiah 8 verse 9. Near head Isaiah Yankopon eka kire. Isaiah 8 verse 9. Peace and security, the overwhelming surprise. Peace and security. Isaiah 8, verse number 9. Or say, be shattered, O you peoples, and be broken in pieces, and give ear, all you from far countries. Guide yourself, but be broken in pieces. Guide yourself, but be broken in pieces. Or say, munka muhumom. Munya madri say, Mubeka muhabum. Ti Yankopon eden na di kire Isaiah chapter 8 verse 9. O say, amai monye ho na monwere ara asase ewo achichiri sofo yina. Monya so. Mumia na monwere. O say ye di entu agina entitan ne say, mutu agina na ebe okwa. Monka asem na eri na no Yankopon yen wo ho. O say nie popu num eye otu agina se obeka ewiase abomu ama ewiase ayebako ni na beka. Oh you people, and you shall be broken in pieces and give ear all you of far countries. Hear the whole united nation. Guard yourself and you shall be broken in pieces. Guard yourself and you shall be broken in pieces. Take counsel together and it shall come to naught. Speak the word and it shall not stand, for God is with us. Ni adinatu a otu hwehwe asomdwie Eye agyinasie bɔne a etie Nyankopɔn because nipa pray hwɛ asomdwie na de Kristo ka to us ebere kwa wie a enuoma ebesisi no nti mema watwa ani akɔhwɛ wɔna Onyankopɔn sesa wɔn kasa Babel wɔyɛ wadi sɛ bɛka ehu nyinaa bomu yɛka yɛ ehu nyinaa bomu esi abantenten tio wɔsi abantenten Yesu sɛ ebere bɛka sɛ your peace your security and I say ye ebeba Yesu Kristo reba he is coming again. See so who take us together and it shall be vain. That is with the remnant, those that keep the commandment of God and the faith of Jesus. It's ya Yesu Kristo catch him and say, Yenra won no more bon one. Na yen Yankopon yi no a remnant, those who keep the commandment of God and have the testimony of the Jesus Christ. Those who keep the commandment of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. When na edu Nyankopon mra so na okra Yesu Kristo adanse the remnant. Yesu Kristo say, "Emamunsu. For the Lord spake thus to me with a strong hand and instructed me that I should not walk in the way of these people, saying, Say ye not, a confederacy to all them whom these people shall say, a confederacy neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid. Why driving them? Fear. Nipa inensro. I say, and nante your nante. It is a woman paying be a catcher, so be a dad or catcher or say, Ye we are simo asumdue bi by a home better ya. Or that. Because Bible says your shisha sim your shisha in elka. Because 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 1 to say, or say, Rebecca say, Yewo anidie, yewo asumdue, yewo ahomban bono, sabre na Kristo beba. It will be catch or say, Oh, ye shall asumdue beba. Nipano, uchanto. It is a place where leisure is welcome. It nipa hwehwe asumdue. Nipa hwehwe say, asumdue beba asasi we so. Trade unions, the nation, the whole world must get together, but God's people are told in advance, say ye not a confederacy. Don't fear their fear, don't get into that. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread, and he shall be for a sanctuary, a place of security. Yesu Kristo ne ya obi obo ehomban. Pope intimi mo ehomban. America intimi mo ehomban. Jesus Christ, onukwa no betimi abo ehomban. Another act to build. When you ready? So when you ready? Say adaka ye obeshemu. When you ready? Overwhelming surprise. And someone one way besi eba Yesu Kristo maye a beba no mpre nu so ebe one. When you ready say oba? Obedwene. No, don't fear their fear. Also, in the 16th and 17th verse, he says, Bind up testimony, see the law among my disciples. That is the sealing mercy, the Sabbath put back in the law. I say, so I know. Isaiah 8, 16 to 17. I say, so I know. So on, I know. 8, 16 to 17. I say, Chechere adanse no. So in chechere no ano masuya fomu. Na me twen ade oyi na ni hinta yoko fie na mani da ne so. Yesu Kristo so ne ma no na ensuane o so no. Eye. Ne nsem ne homeda e na ode so ne ma no. And I will wait upon the Lord that hideth his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. While all the West is looking to confederacies, binding together in bundles in order to solve human problems and get peace and security, God says to his people, don't get into that. Look up. Look to Lord. See how code in Isaiah 45 verse 22. Ose bre wiase ina pese kambom na ye baako no. Wiase ina pese kambom na hwehwe asomdwe no. Onyankopon se yentu ye ni hwe soro. Yenhwe no ono nkwane ye bambofo. Pope cannot save you. America cannot protect you. America cannot give you peace. asumdie efiri Nyankopɔn. Nyankopɔn mente ase. Look unto me and be saved, all the ends of earth, for I am God and there is none else. Right here we have the answer to the problem. This is the faith that will save God's people and take us through the overwhelming surprise, looking to God. Say the any say show Nyankopɔn a. Say ye show Nyankopɔn a burden. Say enuma Yesu maye no. A burden say oba. Ebeya ade a yeti sum na ye ani ehu. Isan say ti Kristo na asinti ye behu ne ekoso nyina. Ye behu nyoma ekoso nyina. Jesus Christ is coming again. Yes acha ya adwe. Overwhelming surprise. Jesus say me maye no beba bra when na ho so. And it is the opposite cause, looking to man. Looking to man. That makes it impossible for this word combination to solve their problem. Ye wi ase apa ni fo ntimi solve your problems in da. Pope ntimi solve your problems. American to me solve your problems. Why na betimi solve your problems? To otumfo Nyankopɔn. Onu kwa no betimi solve minum problems. The great society cannot solve the problems of man. They are beyond human help. As the spirit of prophecy said, they are struggling in vain to place business operations on a more secure basis. Inti nipa pese, ye pese nipa ehon to won. Inti yemu enuma. Yemfa nipa bebre enuma. Ni na be kwa. Ni ochichiri na be kwa enyeyi. It is impossible for the government of this world, following the plans they are using to solve the material problems of man. It is even more impossible if we may use such a term for the purposes to solve the spiritual problems, because the people are educated to look to man instead of directly to Christ. Ye chireni pase o bon payempa kopopo kokotono. Enyuma esisi we asasi we so no. Ni na chese Kristo enche na oba. Enche na oba bio. Oba be family no mienu. Yesu riba bio yen sacha ya adwen. Ye wiase edania butu another act to build into so adaka ye no ubehye mu bi. Yesu se meba obra wani da ho so. And so the message from today, as the Lord has given it to us in his book, is behold your God. Share radianim. Share no. Share radianim. Share radianim and share Pope and share America. It's answered. Umuni asumbi biadema. Luke chapter 21, pointing past the destruction of Jerusalem and the dark ages. He comes to the time of the end. Okay, can Luke chapter 21 eba down ina Yesumaye ni na obo hunde ru nyome wo se sisi na nyoma ebi sisi na ebi gusu sisi. In the 25th verse, he says, there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Osina wawade ebesi osina ni mo awiam so yehu sa nyoma no yehu. Yes, they are past. Sa nyoma ina aba atwamu. And upon the air the spread of nation with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on earth. Ose epoetra na hye. Enyoma sisi. Enyoma boni esisi na. Yehu bi epoetra na hye. South Korea epoetra na hye. Itema nipa bebre akoma ebo pusa. Nipa bebre akoma ebo. Se die na ebe wiase mu. Edie na ebe wiase mu. Earthquake awodo. Edie na ebe wiase mu. Another act to build. A DNA baby as the overwhelming surprise. A DNA baby as peace and security. Nipa shishasumde. A DNA baby as there is the fear again. That's what driving them to these confederacies. There are thousands of people today who a few short years ago wouldn't have considered listening to the Pope that are ready to follow him now. Why? They are afraid of something that they think is far worse than the papacy. Yonkofo bebre ho na woni Pope achi ni oka no enfo bia won so hwehwe asum di won fo. But now am no ka say nipa bebre edi ni nsɛm akyi. Why? Because yɛhwehwɛ asomdwie, yɛhwɛ peace, yɛhwɛ security, yɛhwɛ asomdwie. Nipa ɛhwehwɛ asomdwie, nipa ɛhwehwɛ sɛ asomdwie bɛba. Nyankopɔn sɛ bra nipa bɛyɛ na sɛ ɔbɛka mbɔ mu ayɛ baako. Sɛnea Bible abantente wɔka mbɔ mu sɛ ɔmɛnyina ayɛ baako na ɛnsi dan. Yɛnka mbɔ mu no, saa bra na me Kristo mɛba. Jesus says that men hearts in this last days moment of time will be failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on earth. Nipa bebre akoma bebo mpusa di ade na ebe wiase mu. Ye wiase mu ade na ekoso. Nipa bebre akoma ebebo. So what is coming? What is going on? Na die na ebe. Yensa charge enchene Christo samba ni maye tosmienu. Odima minumi eni sensa charge, you know, if we look where they look, we will fear their fear and we will be drawn into these combinations. We will get into a situation where we will think that the only way out of trouble is to link up one way or another with some of these confederacies. And so what does Jesus say? When these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads, for your redemption draweth near. Yes, it's answer kwajabe. Sebre ebeti se yuen e kambo mu e prese e dwadie be kambo mu ye wiase na be kambo mu. Yesu se 20 hwasro enche na meba. Ebre yuen ebe kase ebe kambo mu esa se Daniel chapter 2 ohoni Nyankopon yi kire Nebukadnezar Onyankopon ka che Daniel se na ohoni ne nan ase na obuo bi a ensam kura mu ebebo na ohoni ne nan ase 10 toes na ejina homa United Nations amaya kase edu nti obre ose ye beti EU European Union no sabre na Christoba nti EU no wo ohoni nan ase a 10 EU European Union nipa ina pese kambo mu ni wiase ye baako. Soon, very soon, all the people in this world would be divided into just two camps: those who are looking to man and those that are looking to God, those that are looking around them and those that are looking up. Ye wiase mu ancha ye mu beche mienu wana ehwe nipa ehwe pope say ye de rain na kwhye pope mu ye de rain na kwhye America mu ene wona wade o rain na be hye twedi amponyankopon mu emu beche mienu emu beche tu. Right there, the line is drawn. Now the question is this: if God, who knows the future, sees that all this is coming, what kind of training would he be giving to his people? Will it not be a training to get them to look to God instead of to man? And how would he do this? Let us study this point. Ito Yankopon onim da chi asem. Not to nanu onim ne ekoso yina no. Ono edi ahusiesie na ode bema ne ma. Obehwe ne ma. Se ne ma nko ha mu. Obehwe ne ma. Se ne ma enko ahoyeye mu. Obema good training. If we get into difficulty and we find a certain way to solve the problem, and then the problem comes up again and we find this enti ebra or how never ekoso eba yina no na yehwe Nyankopon no man ya akwankyere no ebe ye din so how ba ye de be kodan nipa se sukom de me mi ba ofie sukom de me na se o ma mi nsuo na wo kirem se wo ba bie mu a sukom de wa ko kitchen ko sansuo next time me ba bie mu a mi nya chi awa mi ni ba bie nsuo esi ni ma ko sansuo ano sanu Nyankopon ebe ne nkrofo obetiti obema training good training ebe boy sa won kire bebe mu baby ebe fa. Oh yes, I got a drink in the kitchen, so I go again. It is a bro bi bua o sa kwan so no wo du fie ha you obi ne be ka che say ko ha. Now if we get in the habit of having men solve our problems, whatever our problems are, What will build into our characters? Dependence on whom? On man. Said the yenadreni yensusuye na kwesi nipa so a. Emwayen. Problem bi ede be kwa koma nipa. Enti peace and security. Ebe nipa se yehwehwe asomdwe. Yehwehwe asomdwe ewiase mu. Ene na Yesu Kristo se enche meba bi sachawadu. Nipa be ka se wasomdwe mu. Ena meba, and the devil has set every agency in operation to get us into that place. My dear friends, whatever our problem is, whatever is financial problem, a health problem, an emotional problem, a happiness problem, a religious problem, whatever it is, the billboards, the newspapers, the radio, and the TV are pouring ideas into the eyes and ears of multitudes that there is some man or combination of men that can solve it for us all. And no quote TV out also. You born the room. Say no problem tie. Or how tie. When you sundu our remu. Bra na enko opani bi ho. Opani ben. Enko popo na sene. Wo how ni tie bia obe solve the amount. Eh wrong. Yesu say bra be ka say. Ye wa sundu emu no. And I'm in my remember. That's the brainwashing that is going on. But God is conducting a different kind of school. And if we will listen, He will teach us something entirely different. Look into me and be saved, all the ends of the earth. And that's in the little things as well as in the big things. Yes, you say, Chayani na hena. Obeka che say, Mu hwe me nko a na meje mo. Munhwe me na meje mo. Munhwe nipa bia. Nipa bia ntimi nye mo. No one can save you. Now let me touch on the very practical point. This is in the book of Ministry of Healing. We are prone to look to our fellow men for sympathy and uplifting instead of looking to Jesus. And then no. Say yenhwe nipa. Peace and security. Yentu yenhwe nipa. Onyame na masumdue, onyame na ma ho Bible. Ben esi yenhwe nipa. Instead of say be hwehwe Yankopon ho ade no, and esi yenhwe nipa. Pope be me peace. America be me security. Yankopon ho ye mobo. Don't try adwen esi so. Yes, our natural tendency is to look to people. A little child does that. And of course, the little child should. Did you ever sap your toe and run crying? Send it, Akwara. Se bibiyana osum, mama. Is that all right for a little child to do? But how many grown up people there are, my dear friends, that whatever trouble they get into, all they can think of it is run away. Abofre sun bibiyana oba na mama nchen. Itibinu mienu so ohaw bi ba hwan nche na eko. Ye kwohwehwa sumdue e wo popo an America. Peace and security over human surprise. Enyoma ehu na enwanwa ena asase we eba so. Ena asase we eba so. Eba enche eba. Nti yensiesie ho na mefa yendomu. Yensiesie ho na saa nyoma no amefa yendomu. Yesu babio. Yesu Kristo babio. No tumi no me no for say. Yes, such a yadu. Yes, such a yadu. To some human being, and all of the father confessors are not in the Church of Rome. Oh, nearly all the members of the human family, if they know anywhere to look for help, it is to some other human being. But if you and I are going to go through this overwhelming surprise and not be destroyed, we will have to learn the lesson of looking to God instead of to man. Say himself, yen person is to my ebe hwenyan abreka yehu ne yekoso a enye wo say ehwe Yankopon wo say ehwe nipa wo say Yankopon na ehwehwe asumdwe free no America for say ehwehwe say ye be asumdwe ye asumdwe say ne obi a be live free betuma for ba abonten obetumi anom sanse ne ope ukra talent bi obetumi ani ope by 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 1 to 6 ɔsi na ebere ebeka se wa sumdiem ebere ebeka se wa ahomban mu ɛno na Kristo se bepue nti ebere nipa hwehwɛ peace and security nipa se peace and security ye pasumdie no ɛno na Kristo se mesan ba bi ye pasumdie. And so watch how God brings us to this lesson. In this mercy and faithfulness, God often permits those in whom we place confidence to fail us in order that we may learn the folly of trusting in man and making flesh our arm. What is the only way to God can get us to learn that lesson? By allowing human being to fail us. Did you ever get disappointed in some human being? What's the lesson of it all? Cursed be the man that trusted in maketh flesh his arm. Blessed is the man that trusted in the Lord. Nyankopɔn say, no mi ko obi a ɔde ne ho ɛto nipa so. Na nhyira nko obi a na ho da soɔ na ɔde ne ho ano so no Nyankopɔn. Soon as this overwhelming surprise break upon the world, as they see that they have been led to prediction by the dragon and the beast and the false prophet in the very act of talking of peace and security. Oh, what a terrible awakening. And there will be a great terror that will spread from east to west, from the pole to pole. The whole world will be in utter confusion, earthquake, hailstorm, terrible storms. All the elements of destruction will be turned loose. But hark, in the midst of all those warring elements, hear that sound from the remnant. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. It's a blessing also. Nasum ye no. Ahombambo ne enko ye no. Na mane ne ba no. Nyame ma wa power wa wondi e remnant. Nyame ma wa power no. Ani beje. Esan say wakan wa Isaiah say ne waye no e ma ye bi e ma ye mfa ye ho mo won. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be. Psalm 40 says, whatever happens, if men fear us, we are not building on them. If governments go down, our security is not in them. It is a man paying for failure. Say a man paying for Eddie Hama, ye need us any woman. Yaman paying for from Ambambo and Koya, and you want a boy home. But if the great religious leaders that have led the people to value the Lord of God are overthrown and the whole world breaks up like the French Revolution, our hope is in the man in the sanctuary, Jesus Christ, who has said, "Look unto me and be ye saved, all the ends of the world, of the earth." Ntebra na da ekoso na nipa ka se nyame mrampo ewo se edi so nyame mrampo asudi eden no Yesu Kristo se sabre no nyame ma wa power no ondo be di Kristo chi emo bi another Yesu obeba bio. Dear friends, Yesu beba bio. Now, as I have said, he is training us for that every day. Yesu sie mi no mienu. So today, if somebody disappoints us, let's remember what it's for. If it is a big disappointment, then we have a big lesson. If it is a little disappointment, we can have at least a little lesson. We are learning step by step not to build on mine, but to build on Christ. Yesuanin kakra senebeya. Yemfa ye ho ntu nipa so nemu ye de ye beto tue de ampo Yankopon so. Onyankopon hu ye mobo. Enche na oba. Ohun ye mobo. Ohun minu mienu mobo. Enche na oba. No ma ye entiase woni nsem. Enche na Yesu ba. Onka minu mienu ho. Onsiesie minu mienu. No ma entiase woni nsem. O ma ye na nsem entiase ye. Now, why SCCA? If it is a big disappointment, say and thus we are preparing to stand when great Babylon goes down like a great millstone cast into the depth of the sea, God's children will stand safe and secure because their anchor holds within the veil. Ebra nipa hwehwe se asomdue ye hwehwe nyina no Yesu se emamu nsuro menim sache meyem anchor ntimu nso me muye Yesu babio utumi no mirufu se peace and security ebra nipa beka se ye wasomdue ye wambambo ye ho toye no sabre na mi Kristo meba bio sabre no na me maye no mesan ba bio etisiesie ho Yesu siesie ho enche na oba emo obi anada enche na Yesu ba emo obi anada he is coming again enche akamre kuma bi na Yesu ba enche siesie ho emo sofo na ada emo obi anada enka nche o say Yesu o ma be Jesus Christ is coming again emo obi na ada enka nche o say nyame na atwamu no emo obi anada enka nche o say nyame bi no wrong sumyame ye fa onto ne su ye enche na oba se bre nipa beka se ye wasumdue ye wahombambo na Kristo beba ka ken kansam ni ye fa free First Thessalonians chapter 5 First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse number 1 First Thessalonians chapter 4 say na no ne mre no de anuanom ehia se otrebram efise muara munim se muara munim yese awrade dan beba so wifo ba najo na bra obeka se ye wo asumdue ni ahonto no ene mpofrem na oseye beba won so se awoko ba a onyem so na worinya kwan nwane ebra nipa beka se ye peace and security ye wa hon bible ye hon toye no ene oseye beba onyankopon hira no nka ho ba bibiara wo bia no mount ase woni nsemu na ebra egu susu anu nsemu yankopon moye na fe onhirae sene be ya ne maye no ebeba yesiesie ho sene be ya ne maye no ebeba obra minumienu yaya homboa sene be ya ne maye no ebeba obra minumienu ya boa ye ho nemo ema obra minumienu ebewia onyankopon hira ebra ogusu a utie no yebesrese utia no ahye videos no no like she videos no na fesu ye dwumadie di na follow dwumadie no follow dwumadie o say another act to build ene episode no odman say overwhelming surprise peace and security onyankopon so obeba ti se oyifu oba ebra nipa beka say yo peace yo security yo anije mu ye gi ani party ye ko engagement ye ko wedding ye ne epe no ena Kristo esi obeba onyankopon hira won so etien life onyankopon hira mo onyankopon hira anka mo onyankopon enka mo ho no ma mo ahoden na da bia nso munyabre emfa nyame asem munyabre na edwumadi nsum mforu onyankopon hira mo edinu Clement Asante oko YouTuber edinu Clement Asante ugbo videos no so a o share ema foforo nsunya bi etie Yesu ba ebeboa me no mielu ebeboa me na siesie yen Kristo ban so a yankwa amayenkra onyankopon hira no ka ho Jesus Christ munti amen yemfa ho hye twedi ampo yankopon sa yam tumfo ye da wase we ye ni adoye a waye ye enye wo a anka ensem fata ne waye ye ka se eye na sinka odi e won nsem a odi amaye ye so se bra odi nsem amaye pamobonsam free enchen yemfa nsem ye adwuma afufro wetie Facebook live YouTube live ye de won hye won sasem tumfo bon ho ban ma won tiase won nsem yemfa won nsem ye adwuma na eni nsem achi kosi se obeba ye so pa cho se hirae hye ne yasefo ina o Jesus Christ dimti amen onyankopon won hira obi biara na fe so onye obi biara akoma so ade so eman yesase ebra wutie no hye na onfefo so enya bi entie na emwa ɛmonyam sem ka ɛwɔ sɛ ɛtrɛ kɔ wiase fa na nyinaa so aboa ama atra kɔ wiase fa na nyinaa ɛnɛ topic no peace and security overwhelming surprise onyankopɔn hyira na ɔka ho o Jesus Christ nti amen.